Hello everyone. I am going to be presenting my presentation reporting or documenting a specific small building in New Zealand construction industry. The first topic is table of content, importance and relevance of small building design in New Zealand. Discussion on functionality, sustainability, user needs, materials, time and cost implication and impact on the design process. Determine design criteria and safety factors in assessing design loads. Explore factors influencing design criteria selection and analyze of the key structural elements, foundation and substructure requirement. And last is conclusion. First topic is importance and relevance of small building design in New Zealand. First one is urbanization and population growth. New Zealand urban areas are experiencing significant population growth and urbanization. Small building design are essential for efficiently utilizing available space in cities and accommodating the housing needs of growing population. They help address housing shortage and promote compact, sustainable urban development. Affordability and accessibility. Small building often provides more affordable house option compared to larger developments. They they cater a diverse socioeconomic growth and groups including first-time house buyer, the younger professional, New Zealand and small building design contribute to increasing housing affordability and accessibility. Environmental sustainability. Small building design can incorporate sustainable features and practice more easy than larger development. They require fewer materials, consume less energy for heating and cooling. And next, discussion on functionality and sustainability user needs. First one is functionality. Functionality refers to how well the building meets the needs of its users in small building design. Maximizing space efficiency is crucial. Designers must carefully consider the layout and spatial organization to ensure every square meter serves its purpose. And sustainability. Sustainability considerations are integral to modern building design in New Zealand. Designers prioritize energy efficiency, resources conservation, and environmental responsibility in small building design. Sustainability is often achieved through passive design strategies such as orientation for solar gain, natural ventilation, and high performance insulation. And last is user needs. Understanding the needs and performances of the building depends its function. Fundamental successful design in small building. Designers must carefully consider the lifestyle, demographics, and functional requirement of the integrated users. The next is material, time, and cost implication impact the design process. First is material. Material selection play a significant role in small building design, impact both aesthetic and performance. Designers must choose material that are durable, low maintenance cost, and appropriate for the local climate and available for the local areas. However, designers may also integrate a mix of materials such as steel, concrete, and recycled material to achieve specific design objective and enhance building performance and stability. Time Time constraints often influence the design process, particularly in fast-paced construction environments. Designers must balance the need for efficient project delivery with the desire to create a high-quality, well-designed spaces. Cost implications. Cost implications are paramount in small building design, where budget constraints may be tighter compared to larger developments. Designers must carefully balance design inspiration and with economic realities to deliver cost-effectiveness solutions that meet client expectations. Determine design criteria and safety factors in assessing design role. First is building codes and standard. Every builder should be follow the all building codes and regulation as per the standards. And second is dead load and live load, environmental load, and safety factors, and structural redundancy and resilience. Next is explore factor influencing design criteria selection, building codes and regulation. Compliance with building codes and regulation is mandatory for all construction projects in New Zealand. This design criteria must align with the requirements outlined in New Zealand Building Code, which set standard for structural integrity, fire safety, accessibility, energy efficiency, and environmental sustainability. Site condition and constraints. Site-specific conditions such as topography, soil condition, climate, and surrounding environment significantly influence design criteria. Designers must assess site conditions to determine appropriate foundation system, structural configuration, and construction method that mitigate risk associated with geological hazard, with exposure and other site-specific challenges. Next is client needs and preferences. Understanding the needs, preferences, and expectations of client is essential in shaping design criteria. Client may have specific functional requirements, aesthetic preferences, budget constraints, and sustainability goals that influence design decisions. And design must collaborate closely with client to translate their vision into viable design solution that meet their objective and aspirations. And building functionality and usability. The intended function and use of the building influence design criteria based on the population, on the space planning, layout. Then must consider the need of occupants and workflow requirements for future and spatial relationship and economic consideration to create functional and user-friendly space that enhance productivity and comfort and well-being. And next is environmental sustainability. Increased emphasis is placed on environmental sustainability in building design to minimize resource consumption, reduce carbon emission, and enhance resistance to climate change. Design criteria related to energy efficiency, water conservation, and material selection and waste management are influenced by sustainability goals outlined in clean integrated system, local regulators influence sustainability. And next is budget and constraint. Budgetary constraints play a significant role in determining design criteria, and particularly in small building projects where cost-effective solutions are prioritized, and designers must balance design aspirants with economic realities and optimizing material choices. And next is building performance and durability. Our building material should be durable and sustainable against weathering agency. And design criteria must address performance and durability consideration to ensure the longevity and resilience of the building. Factors such as structural integrity, weather resistance, thermal comfort, and acoustic. And next is future flexibility and adaptability. Design criteria should anticipate future changes in adaptability requirements to accommodate the evolving needs and technologies and demographic. Designers create flexible design solutions component and adaptable space that allow user experience. Next is analyze of the key structural elements, foundation and structural requirements. First is column and beam. Column and beam are primary load bearing elements that transfer the load to the structure to upper level to the hard strata of the soil. And next is floor and roof system. The common floor and roof system in small buildings include concrete slab, timber joints, and steel walls that include span length, live load, dead load, detection criteria, and fire resistance ratings and structural performance in document safety. And next is walls. Walls is a vertical member of our building. Walls provide lateral stability, partition space, and support for gravity loads and small building design depending on the building structural system in architectural requirements. Wall may be load bearing and non-load bearing construction using material. Next is foundation. The foundation is the basic structure of our building. That there are different types of foundation that are used in building construction. The choice of foundation type depends on the soil
पापा पूरा
condition,
डिसाइड
site
होगा
concept, building loads, and
हमारे वहाँ से 90 किलोमीटर पड़ेगा
construction method.
कौन जाएगा फिर कितने
Foundation type are small building in usually include shallow foundation and deep foundation. And next is soil investigation. Before
IRD
construction the building, we can inspect the soil condition and site observation. Prior to foundation design, a thorough geotechnical investigation is conducted to assess soil condition and bearing capacity of the soil before construction the building. Substructure requirements. Substructure requirement is the site preparation. Site preparation involves clearing vegetation, grading the site, and removing obstacles that may level stable foundation platform for site preparation. And is a critical component soil support and minimize the settlement. Waterproofing and drainage. Effective waterproofing and
कौन मैं
drainage system
मैं उसके बाद में
protect the
वेजिटेरियन
susceptible
मैं
from moisture, filtration
सिक्योरिटी
and
अपने और कुछ काम
overflow
करूँ
increase. Informants and
वगैरह मैं करता नहीं मैं खाता नहीं जाता
encouraging system are employed to enhance the stability of resilience of the substructure against the weathering agents.
ये करते हैं तेरे नेपाली भाई
Such as beach,
बाप
and soil
कैसे
movements,
करते हैं सारा
reinforced
सुबह
concrete elements, ground elements, and tie backs.
सागर को देखता हूँ
The design substructural site preparation involves updating translation, creating the site and
कम है
removing
इतना
the
नहीं है
create a level and stable foundation platform. Proper site preparation is critical to ensure uniform soil support and minimize settlement and facilitate construction access to logistics and waterproofing and drainage. Effective waterproofing and draining systems are essential to protect our substructures from moisture infiltration and groundwater depth. And hydrogen pressure, waterproof membranes, damp-proof hose and drainage pipe and some pumps are commonly used to mitigate water-related risk and prevent structural deterioration and dampness in our building. Enforcement and encourage. Reinforcement and encouragement systems are employed to enhance the stability and resilience of the substructure against external forces such as wind, seismic and soil movement. Reinforced concrete element, ground anchor, tieback and soil nails may be used to improve structural stability and performance to mitigate the potential failure in our structure.
पढ़ाई आ रही है समझ में
And last, in conclusion, the design and construction of smart buildings detail of drones and multifaceted systems that creates various configurations to ensure safety, functionality, durability, and stability of our building. And key aspects such as all elements, foundation, substructure, requirements, key critical roles in our building, shaping the built environment and enhancing the quality of life
ये पहले यूनाइटेड में करते थे ना
which people are resides in our building. And structural elements like beam, slab, floor, and carefully analyze the design and load-bearing capacity of all members.
बीच में
And later force and environmental factor while providing a quality
रोज को
support and stability. The selection of material is very important, and the selection of appropriate material, construction method, and detailing is crucial to achieve structural integration and performance.
ठीक बन जाता है जो कि
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, could you please explain the reason why you use the structural analysis for the building?
Structural analysis is important because before construct the structural member like
वो तो मेरा भी नहीं है
wall, and we can analyze the what kind of
कार्ड
load.
वैसा डेट ऑफ बर्थ चेंज कर
Any
दिया
questions?
बच्चों वाली लगता ही नहीं
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you very much.
कोई बच्चा नहीं
But
Okay. Yes, thank you so much.
अब इतना चला आगे देखते हैं